like rape 22 women. So
And now that we're gonna start recording, what's up, guys? We're gonna all be doing rankings. We're gonna go over future and win now teams top 10. Just rank them straight in order. All we're gonna have differences of opinions, and we're gonna probably shit on everyone's team. Adam specifically. Adam's pretty heated right now. I could tell that he's ready to shit on people's teams, but I'm all here for it.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna.
All right, so we'll start with Dina Cole fraud. All right. Anyone want to start first? Just looking at it starting
yeah, I
lineup.
got it.
You got it?
I got it. Yeah. Nick Cole has vastly improved his team over like the past year. Like he still doesn't have the running backs. And I said the other day, I think Devin Singletary is just a product of Adam's system. And I don't think he's gonna be good for Nick D. But I do think that Nick D has some like building block pieces like Elijah Moore, Debo. I love Trevor and Burrow as his quarterbacks. I think Schultz is a pretty good tight end. And he has a great amount of draft picks. I think next year he's like going to be like in the 6-7 range, but like I think he definitely has the second or third best future when you look at it. I'm not like getting into like specifics right now, but he needs to work. I like Josh Palmer as his taxi squad, and I really like the draft capital that he has. He controls the draft this year, not so much next year because people have more first than him next year, but he controls the draft this year for sure. And I think he has a chance to. I think he might trade some of those picks for proven talent, and he has some young cornerstones on the roster. I really like his team's future. I think next year they might like be a fringe playoff team, but after that, I think his future is very bright.
I don't have anything to say, then I'll finish off whatever.
I could go. So I do love what Nick did with the Burrow trade. I absolutely I give Nick full props for that. That was a spectacular trade. I would have done the same thing 20 times over again. I love that trade for Nick. The running back position for Nick is definitely a big question mark, in my opinion. I do like that he has two young quarterbacks. That's good to have. That's always it's always nice. The thing is, his running backs are horrible. That's what I'm gonna say. His running backs are bad, but also he does like what Steven said. When you go down and look at the picks that he has, he controls his entire draft. So he could easily. I mean, I don't know what he's gonna do at 101 or 102, but he could easily. He could even get a running back at possibly 106 too, like one of those.
Yeah, I think 106 will take a running back.
Yeah, I think he could go easy, and just he could draft also his third quarterback for the future, and Malik Willis or a Matt Corral, maybe he likes Matt. I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't like Pickett, but we'll see. But yeah, so he could go running back with one of those. I just love what Nick's doing. I'm not a big fan of that Jamar trade. I looked over it. Maybe it wasn't so bad.
Wait, let's see if I can pull up the archives.
I personally wouldn't have done that. But he did kind of get Debo for free, in my opinion, because I doubt Deshaun's going to be playing the next 2 to 3 years. So he did get Debo. He did get Debo for free. So that was good. He made up for it there. He definitely made up for it there because he didn't have to give up any picks. But I'd say Nick definitely, in my opinion, has easily the brightest future. Easily, because running backs are a lot easier to get in Dynasty than
Brian Newman has into the chat.
He's easier. Yeah, running backs are a lot easier to get in Dynasty. I figured than wide receivers.
Yeah, that's true. I think he's probably going to take. I think he'll probably take a running back at the 106, and I think he'll trade the 110.
That's what I.
That's exactly what I think he's going to do.
Because I think he's going to go quarterback receiver because he just wants to build the deep positions.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to go deep because I think there's going to be a running back at 6. One of the Isaiah Spillers or Breece Halls.
I think it's a smokescreen. Him saying he's going Malik Willis. I think what his plan is he's going to go double wide receiver and step because obviously his bench is also weak as hell. I don't even have to go into how bad these players are, but I think he's really going to go Garrett Wilson and Treylon Burks, and then he's going to go running back one of either Breece Hall, Isaiah Spiller, Kenneth Walker, trade the 110 like you guys are saying, and then in the 23 class he's going to dress a running back like a Bijan Robinson, a Tank Bigsby, just to fill out his roster.
Here's my thing.
Yeah, what's up?
I just have I was saying he has what if Jahan Dotson or someone in the later or Jamison Williams goes to the Chiefs? Does that change how everybody looks at these receivers? Because I think everyone thinks the clear-cut number one. Probably he thinks it's Burks. He was saying that. I remember he's been on Wilson for a while, but landing spot also does factor in.
Yeah.
So we really can't predict his picks right now because if he
That's
goes,
true.
if whoever goes to the Chiefs, people are going to be interested.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Yeah,
and I think if Treylon Burks goes to
Cleveland,
the Jets,
I feel
I
like
think the Jets could be good.
No, I think the Jets would be a good landing spot for.
I
No,
think
all right, so let's
I have
say
a difference of
let's say Treylon
opinion
Burks
about
goes
it
to the
now.
Eagles. Let's
Yeah,
say Treylon Burks goes to the Eagles,
Okay.
and then Jamison Williams goes to the Chiefs. Why not? The
Oh.
purpose of Dynasty isn't to take who we think is better. It's who's going to put up more fake numbers, more fantasy numbers.
I have a difference of opinion, not to like completely disagree with you,
No.
but I feel like I know obviously situation matters, but I have a more different like perspective of it. I feel like if you're talented, you're talented. It doesn't matter where the hell you go. Like Jalen Waddle, not the best situation being in Miami, and he's a deep. No, wait. Let me just get into it. Obviously, well, maybe a good situation from target.
Well, Jalen Waddle has no competition for targets.
Well, that's not. I'm saying that when it was the landing spot. I'm saying when he got drafted there originally, which is being.
Well, hear me out. Who's better, Jerry Jeudy or T. Higgins? Everybody will tell you Jerry Judy's better at football.
No,
but T. Higgins is in one of the most high.
I actually don't think so.
Well, I think that's a little ridiculous because Jerry Jeudy is clearly better than T. Higgins.
If Jerry Judy's,
Jerry Judy's better than Jerry Jeudy is a more talented football player than T. Higgins. He's a more talented football player than Michael Pittman. He's a more talented football player than CeeDee Lamb, in my opinion.
Oh wow! No.
He ended up.
Well, it's hard. It's hard to compare.
I'm saying he ended up in Denver. I'm saying the landing spot is important. He's a very talented
Jalen Reagor, landing spot, it matters. Guess what? He went to the Eagles.
He ended up with He ended up with
that was a great landing spot. He was the only guy there. And guess what? What do you mean? He was the only wide receiver.
The other receivers on the roster are like J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Like they have no other. Like Jalen
so
Reagor,
that would help him. I'm saying that he would have a lot of targets. A lot of people drafted Jalen Reagor.
Jalen Reagor stinks.
Like, not coming out of college. Not coming out of college.
Listen,
coming out of college.
He was a third-round pick. Devontae Adams.
Jalen Reagor was a third-round pick?
No, Jalen Reagor was projected to be a day 2 player, and everybody knows that. I'm just saying that Devontae Adams, when you listen to a guy like Devontae Adams speak about Jerry Jeudy and say that he's a top 5 route runner in the league and he has great hands and everybody thinks he's great, Jerry Jeudy is the prime example of landing spot matters because if Jerry Jeudy went to the Cowboys,
obviously. I know what you're saying.
It's a different story.
I agree. I kind of agree with Steve, Brian. I think that situation definitely matters.
But I feel like if you're elite talent, you're elite talent. I don't know. I think Treylon Burks is going to be good no matter what.
What?
I think Treylon Burks. I don't give a fuck what team he goes to. I think he's going to be nasty as hell.
All right, but if he goes to the Eagles realistically, and Jamison Williams goes to the Chiefs,
I'm not drafting. I'm still taking Treylon Burks.
Well, I would take Treylon in that case.
I'm taking Treylon. Because then guess what? He's still the third option. Jamison Williams will still be nasty. Don't get me wrong, but he'll be the third option.
What if Jamison Williams goes to the Chargers, the Chiefs with Herbert or Mahomes? They're easily ahead of him, I think.
Yeah, Steve, I definitely agree with you. Quarterback play matters a lot into this, but also what I was saying is I agree with you, but like for example, I think if Treylon Burks goes to the Browns, I think that's the worst case scenario, in my opinion, because Baker is garbage and he just got awful and Odell showed that Baker is a problem. Like Odell.
Don't get me wrong though. Treylon Burks could go to the Eagles and be very successful. I might lean Treylon Burks over Williams, even if Williams goes to the Chiefs. But I'm saying landing spot is so important in the NFL.
But that's why also with this class specifically, that's why I think
look at Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford goes to the Rams and he wins the Super Bowl. He doesn't even go to the playoffs with the Lions.
Yeah, I'm also
it's
not.
It's all about situation. We're not chasing we're not picking who we think the most talented guys are. We're not doing that. We're picking. We're picking who's going to put up the best fantasy numbers.
Yes, I agree. I definitely agree with Steve there. Like situation absolutely matters. Like I'm not taking Treylon. Like if I have, for example, what's it called? Treylon Burks playing with Baker Mayfield or freaking Garrett Wilson playing with Mac Jones. I'm taking Garrett Wilson playing with Mac Jones. I'm sorry, but I'm taking Garrett Wilson playing with Mac Jones. Same thing with Jameis. If Jamison's playing with, let's say Jamison Williams went to the Chargers and then Garrett Wilson went to the Patriots. I am taking Jamison Williams because he's playing with Justin Herbert. That's obvious. That's obvious. But I'm not going to take Treylon just because he went 13 to the Browns. I'm not going to do that. Just also, Brian, do you think that people were taking Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson in dynasty drafts to start? Let's be honest here.
No, people were. I mean, not really. Not that.
Nobody was.
Anybody take? I saw Jalen Reagor going dynasty drafts and not dynasty drafts in regular
No, he was going the second round. They were both going the second round. They were going next to each other in dynasty rookie drafts. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't see a single draft that had Herbert. That had a freaking Rager above Jefferson. Not one. I didn't see a single one.
I mean, listen, obviously talent matters, but I think situation matters also. And I think we don't really talk about that. It's like when Brian like makes fun of me for having Clyde. Like listen,
Clyde
I love
sucks.
Clyde. I'm a Clyde
Clyde
homer. I think he's
sucks.
great. But if Clyde's the RB1 of the Chiefs next year, I'm going to take a chance on the RB1 of the Chiefs. Like I just think situation
They don't run the ball though. That's the only problem.
Yeah, I think they need to change their offense. He was also a little banged up. Jefferson was the second round pick in Dynasty drafts, I'm pretty sure.
No, he was. Okay, so Jefferson was here, and then what was Riga? See, Riga was ahead of him. Look at this.
Wow. I didn't see any draft that had Riga.
I told you. This is one website. I'm not going to look at one website, but I'm just showing you. People did have Riga over Jefferson. It made no sense. He's the landing spot. These people
it was kind of like obvious.
Wait, but how is the Eagles a better landing spot than the Vikings?
You got to think about 2 years ago.
Well, Kirk Cousins is also good at football. Like people just
Carson Wentz was also the quarterback. It wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't
true. Yeah.
And Carson Wentz was actually had potential back then. All right, so we'll move on. I put obviously Nicole at number 1 for all of us, at least for now, because it's the first person.
Yeah, he's top 3 though. So
yeah, so we'll move it down whatever. All right, so me second. I don't know if you guys. I don't really want to speak on my team because.
No, tell us what you like about your team, what you don't like, and then we'll talk about your team.
I'll go after Brian.
All right, so obviously my favorite part about this team is that in my opinion, I know Steven's gonna get mad. I'll say 2 of the top 3 quarterbacks because I know he has Herbert but I think I have the 2 best quarterbacks in Dynasty. I don't know, Mahomes and Allen, insane. Obviously, we both seen quarterback one upside. Allen quarterback 1 the last 2 years. I love my young running backs, Jonathan Taylor, Javonte Williams, and then I'm just gonna ride out Mixon to the end of his career. Obviously, I have a young, promising tight end. Younger because he's the younger side. Mark Andrews finished as tight end 1 this year. I have 2 older receivers in my starting lineup right now, but I think they're good. They're good. I know everyone thinks they're dead, but I think Hopkins and Keenan Allen have at least 2 more years, and then I'll try to pivot off them. Deontay Johnson's a target monster. And I'm not going to go too deep in the bench, but Stafford and Tua is 2 good backup quarterbacks. Miles Sanders, obviously, maybe he'll have some upside. I don't know. Deep bench. Robert Woods now with Odell tearing his ACL gets a boost. T. Higgins is my favorite player on my team. Honestly, I love T. Higgins. I think, in my opinion, top 10 dynasty wide receiver, young, 23 years old, tied to elite quarterback in Joe Burrow. And then obviously I have all the 23 first round picks, which I'm probably going to address my wide receiver position. So when Keenan Allen and Hopkins are getting close to retirement or producing less in fantasy, I have those guys to replace. Yeah, and then I have the early 2 that I'm going to try to trade up to get one of these second tier, third tier wide receivers for this year. So yeah, that's my team. So I'll let you guys speak now.
I can go. Yeah. So so I'm just going to address the JT trade first. Nobody thought.
I just cut out. Wait, repeat what you just said. It just cut out.
I would not have traded Jonathan Taylor if I didn't. You hear me again? You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. I would not have traded Jonathan Taylor if I didn't know. Yeah, if I didn't know he's gonna be like this good. But also if you think about it, running backs like that season took a lot out of him. We don't know if he could keep this going either. Maybe that was just a 1-year thing. Hopefully he can. I'm not saying I don't wish him.
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
I know what you're saying. But he will.
Just let me continue. Let me look at the rest of your team. That's what I'm saying. Like they used him a lot. Like they relied on that. Once they get a quarterback, they're gonna be passing it more, and Taylor's gonna be used a lot less. I'll be honest with you, Brian. D-Hop is kind of dead. D-Hop's kind of dead. I would start T in that position if I were you, because he is my favorite player on your team too. T. Higgins, easily. T. Higgins is easily my favorite player. I wanted T. Higgins like the whole season. You could ask Nick B.
What's okay? Can I on some real shit? What's the reason?
I don't think Hopkins is dead.
Okay, look at the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
I understand he can't stay on the field. If you can't stay on the field, you can't.
Look at he's missed 1 game his entire career before this. 16, 16, 16, 16, 15, 16, 15, 16, 10.
And he's 29.
Stop. I think the whole Hopkins thing is a dynasty league. I think he's the most underrated dynasty wide receiver. I'm sorry. The guy literally finished as a wide receiver 1, 2, 4, and 4. I'm sorry.
I think people look at a 29-year-old receiver like they look at a 29-year-old running back. Receivers can be good for a while. I think Hopkins has like 2 really good. I think Hopkins could have 1 or 2.
But receivers can be good. I'll give you that. Receivers can be good for a longer period of time than running backs. But if you start suffering injuries like Odell did at 29,
But
you're
that's
not
that's
gonna
a major injuries.
No, but
DeAndre Hopkins, it was
and
just
Brian's. All right,
soft tissue.
let Adam go though.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay, so I mean, okay, so when he has a hamstring injury, that's a serious injury, Brian. A hamstring injury for a receiver is a very, very serious injury. People, it takes like a year and a half to recover from like a strained hamstring. I've seen people have it before. It's serious. Anyway, go back to your team. I'll point out the bench. Just go to the bench of your team real quick. All right, your bench is like the quarterback and running back position are. I do not like Darrell Henderson. I do not like
Stafford and Tua.
Tua's not good.
Newman, let him rock. Let him rock.
Tua's not a good fantasy quarterback. I'm sorry, he's not. He's a good quarterback. He's not a good fantasy quarterback.
He's a game manager.
Miles say, he's just a dink and dunk, 3-yard passes. Like he's not gonna, he's never.
Yeah, but for a quarterback 4 though, it's ridiculous that he has.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Well, quarterback 4, yeah. Well, having him as like on your bench is really good, and he's still young, yes. But like,
he's startable. He's like, if 2 people go down, he's startable. So.
Yeah, startable on Chris's team.
Yeah, anybody's a startable on Chris's team for crying out. Anybody. You can put Jamison Crowder at quarterback; he'll be better than anybody on Chris's team. So, yeah. So, I think your team's like the best team right now, but like you're easily like I think that like Rat and Nick are definitely gonna give you a run for your money, definitely. But you're easily like your team just looking at it. This is definitely the team to beat right now. Like you need to also address your tight end position because it's just like always good to have a backup because
I have Gesicki. I have Mike Gesicki.
He's not good. I'm sorry, he's not good. Mike Gesicki's not
tight end 9, free agent, might sign with the Chargers.
If he does, then yeah, and then that's gonna be good. But
I have these guys too. John, if what do you call it, Gesicki leaves, this guy was a 3rd round, I think 3rd or 4th round pick. Hunter Long. I know they're nobody's now. They're nobody's now. But in a couple of years, tight ends take time to develop. John Bates too, with Logan Thomas just tearing his ACL. I don't know. I do like him a lot though. I definitely like it. You're definitely like number 1. Like it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. Adam, are you still going or no?
No, I'm done.
I love Brian. That's my boy. Go up to your team. I want to talk about it. Like scroll up a little bit. Yeah. I love Deontay Johnson. I think Deontay Johnson is very inefficient at football, but he's great for fantasy.
He's inefficient because he got me a 30-point.
No, because he has like 25 catches for like 6 yards and like 4 touchdowns.
That's because of big.
No, listen. We're chasing fantasy points here. He's great for fantasy. He's a great fantasy player.
Yeah.
And I think he's really good. And I don't. The one thing I don't agree with, I think you usually win all your trades except the ones you make with May, obviously. But I really didn't like the trading the 102 for Specs 1. I didn't like that trade.
That was not a good trade, Brian. I'm telling you.
Personally, I didn't like the trade because I think we're chasing this 23 class like it's like everybody's going to be Joe Montana. Like there's going to be some misses in this class. That's how it works.
Bryce will.
I'd rather take the 102 than like a 108 personally. Any class. But I understand why you made the trade. I understand your reasoning. You could trade up with those picks. I get it.
The reasoning was because he's taking Treylon Burks at 1, and I didn't want Garrett Wilson at 2.
All right, so I'm just saying, like, what Adam was saying about Jonathan Taylor is a good point. I definitely think Jonathan Taylor is the best running back right now. I'm not saying he's not, but I remember I was very high on Todd Gurley, and then Todd Gurley had injuries, and his career was driven short. I mean, it's just a very unpredictable position.
I know what you're saying.
I'd rather be stronger at wide receiver than running back. No, I'm just saying that because I am. I just would rather because running back is more unpredictable, I think. But you have 2 stud quarterbacks. You have stud running backs. You have underrated receivers. I still don't think you have that true number 1 receiver for the future, in my opinion. I think you'll address that.
Next year.
I think Deontay and T are very high end 2 guys. I don't know if they're number 1 for the future. Deontay was number 1 this year. He was towards the back end of that top 12, though. I definitely love your team a lot. You make up with it for your running backs. You have good draft capital in 23. I personally don't think you're going to be making all 3 of those 23 picks. I don't think so. I think you'll trade up or trade one of them for somebody during the season. I don't know. But because they're going to go up in value. I really do love your team. You're the team to beat. I told you this. And I think you have the best future because you have Allen, Mahomes, the young running backs, and especially if you get a young receiver. But I do like what you're building, and I definitely think you know what you're doing. I would definitely say that you have the best future and the best win now team.
All right. So for now, so we'll move Dina Cola to
Dina Cola's 2.
To 2 for all you guys, or
Dina Cola's 2 for me.
And same thing here.
Dina Cola.
I mean, I have Newman over. I have I have you above DiNicola, but I think Adam had DiNicola over you in future.
Is that how it was?
Well, no. I had you, Brian, over Dinicola future. Only because by very little, though. By very, very little.
I understand that. Okay.
Dinicola, he's either one or two. He's interchangeable. So
I understand that. All right, now we're gonna Rossi.
All right, I'll start
first. Okay.
I'll start if you don't mind. I really do like what he's building. I think he has the top 5 future team and top 5 win now team, honestly. He needs a quarterback too, though. I mean, like everybody's like saying when they're ranking them, like Chris, oh yeah, he's gonna get a quarterback. Rossi, oh, he's gonna get a quarterback. There's only so very few quarterbacks out there that can really help a team and help them compete. So I think that's the hardest position to say, oh yeah, we're gonna go get it. I don't know, but I think his running backs are good. I love Chase. I love Ridley. I think Ridley's a very good value. He has Ridley on this team. He has ETN. I mean, ETN, people think Elijah Mitchell isn't better than ETN. I mean, it's ridiculous, but that's not my point I'm trying to make right now. I think Hunter Renfrow is a very good slot guy. I think they're going to add talent there. I would have rather him kept DJ Moore personally.
Yeah,
but he said it was the only way to make the Chase trade work to have the extra one. I get it. But Chase and Ridley's a really good one too. Hawkinson's a good tight end. I think the hope is that Brown, he fixes drafts and becomes Deontay Johnson. That's the hope everybody's going to say with him. That's going to be the comparison we're going to hear all offseason from Rossi and from Twitter, because he is a talented receiver. Rodgers is like 2 or 3 really elite fantasy years left, maybe 4, because he's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. My voice cracked, but I do think that Rossi has. Only thing I don't like about Rossi's future is he doesn't have the capital. I think if you're going to have like less first round picks, I think you need to have more proven guys. And there's question marks at receiver, and there's question marks at quarterback. Personally, I think Chase and Ridley are like 1-2. That's elite. Renfrow, can he keep up the production? Brown, we don't know what he's going to be. Cooks is consistent, but is Cooks going to win you a championship? I don't know. I do really like what he's building now. I think his future is definitely top 5, and I definitely think that he has a top 5 team for next year as well. So I'd put him below you and below DiNicola for both categories, though.
Yeah.
Really? Even for you like DiNicola's team for next year, win now too?
No, he's got a better team than DiNicola for next year.
Yeah, that's my opinion on it too. But
I misspoke.
Adam, what you think?
So yeah, I think I love what he's doing right now. Rossi, I love what he's doing, especially with that Jamar trade. That Jamar trade kind of like moved him from like one of the worst futures to one of the best, in my opinion. Because like if I knew I could give up that much for Jamar, I would have done it already by now. But yeah, I like his receivers a lot. We don't know, like Renfro's still a question mark because based on the Josh McDaniels system, Renfro's a great fit. But also based on the new system, are they going to draft another receiver?
They will
to fit that system even more. Like that's just my question. That was my question with Renfro when they hired McDaniels. I didn't want to take that risk. I didn't. That's why I traded Renfro. But yeah, I do love what he's doing with Ridley too. Like having Ridley and Chase is elite. Like having Ridley and Chase, especially if Ridley plays, I think he's still got a whole bunch of gas left in the tank for Calvin Ridley. I love it. I also love that he has Hawkinson yesterday. I watched Flock yesterday. Your favorite, Brian. He was talking about Hawkinson. I was like, I can't say I disagree with him. Like this dude is like producing like massive. Like he played very little, but like he played like very similarly to like George Kittle this year. Yeah. And also had a much worse like situation surrounding him
with
and,
touchdowns.
Like, yeah, exactly. And his biggest question mark to me, obviously, like Aaron, he could keep Aaron. Aaron's got like a good 3 to 4 years left in him. Aaron could stay as his quarterback.
Yeah, we know Aaron has those years. We don't know if he's gonna like stay in the league, honestly.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but like he needs to address the quarterback position, and he needs to address. I'm not a fan of Hollywood Brown. I'm not. I can't stand him.
I think he's very polarizing. Like from like I feel like he's very polarizing, right? I don't know.
He dropped. I was watching the Ravens game last year. He dropped 3 wide open touchdown passes that could have been for Lamar, and I could have won that week. That could have got me to the playoffs. That's all I'm gonna say. He dropped 3 wide open touchdown passes that went right to his hands, and then Lamar gets the blame for it. But anyway, yeah. So I'm not a big fan of Hollywood Brown. I think he's gonna hopefully put Ridley in there over Hollywood. But Yeah. Oh well. At the end of it all, I love what he's doing though. I like how he like got his team back. Because after that Jordan Love trade was horrific in my opinion. That was horrible. But
all right, but who? This is a good question though. Who's he going to get a quarterback to that realistically can help him win this year?
that's what I'm saying. That's my question mark. That's my question mark with him.
Yeah, and that's gonna move into my points about this team. You know what? This is gonna be terrible. The more that I look into it, this team, yes, he has really good talent, and I know you guys are like, I like what he's building. I actually don't, and I'll tell you exactly why. I think I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna try to get rid of Eckler. But this team is a mix of young guys in Jamar Chase, Hawkinson, I guess Marquise Brown, and Najee Harris, and win now, guys. But there's no clear direction. There's
they're not all in the same.
The problem in Dynasty, you either have to go for I'm gonna rebuild, I'm gonna get picks like he did in the beginning of the year, or I'm gonna win now. Obviously, we didn't even talk about it. Probably would have talked about it more if he's in starting a lot of ETN. That's another young guy. If he can pivot Eckler and Rodgers or Jordan Love into two good quarterbacks that are younger and another stud running back, that's different. But this team is not good enough to win. That's just my opinion. Unless he gets guys.
I think he's definitely a playoff team now.
Oh, but what does a playoff team get you? What money does that get you? What?
No, I agree. I agree.
And he needs Brandon Cooks. I think Brandon Cooks is very good, a very underrated asset. I think Hunter Renfrow, very good underrated asset. Marquise Brown, but they're not league-winning guys. These guys are not going to win you leagues. And he doesn't have a quarterback too. And Rodgers, we don't know what he's doing. He's going to play. I think he's going to play.
Aaron's going to be his MVP self. We know that. He's a bad man. He's going to
but he has no quarterback two. And he has no quarterback three too. He has no quarterback three, which matters a lot because what's going to happen is that the guys like me that have a lot of quarterbacks, or Steven who has Daniel Jones on his bench, or you that has Jameis Winston, when these guys get jobs, we're going to be able to sell them for more than they're actually worth because it's just like positional value.
Well, he's been reaching out to me about Daniel Jones, and I don't want to trade Daniel Jones. The reason why is because who am I going to get in the second round that has the upside he does at the quarterback
exactly.
position?
I'm not saying I hate Rossi's team. I'm not saying because he has a lot of good pieces, like a lot of guys that are worth a lot. And when I went over my video, I think I had him at 4. I did like teams that I would want to have. I didn't do teams by future, teams I would want to have and build around. And this team has a lot of good talent, a lot of good second round picks and stuff. But he needs to have a clear sense of direction. And obviously,
I think he's a top 5. I think he's top 5 in future and win now though, because some of the teams are just
easily,
worse.
Easily,
yeah,
no.
Some of the teams are just worse.
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying that's probably shows if.
But I agree with you because I feel like people are like, oh, like when they look at his team, like, oh yeah, he's gonna get the quarterback. But then they look at my team. I don't know. It's just like that's the hardest position to get. You can't just say, yeah, he's gonna go get a quarterback.
And
he's gonna go get the franchise.
See, everyone's shitting on me for like Stafford and Tua and everyone else, but they're gonna. It's about time. And even Adam says, "Oh, Tua sucks." But that quarterback 4. But listen. But that quarterback 4 will still put more numbers up than fucking a running back or a wide receiver. Like he'll still average 14 a game, which will be more than a wide receiver or running back. All right, so I think we're done talking about his team. I don't hate his team. I like his team. He has a lot of good pieces.
No, he's got a good team.
I think he'll figure out his clear sense of direction. I think he'll get a quarterback, or he'll get. I know he's gonna try to trade Eckler for a younger running back or younger pieces. All right, so win now team.
Wait, but my thing also. Sorry, one more thing. But if everybody knows he wants to do that, the value goes down.
Exactly. That's what exactly.
Like it's like Adam. Like Adam. Everybody knows Adam wants Pickett. So like. People are like, that's why I love you, Adam, but you shouldn't tell us you want to pick it. Not me. I'm not going to do that to you because you're my boy.
And I don't have a pick.
Like, I'm not going to like try to like make you trade up and like, overpay. But I'm saying like, you have to keep I keep my stuff very secret and I just like pull the trigger when I have to. Like, I just don't tell anybody, oh, I was trading for DK Metcalf. It came out of left field. Like, nobody knew I wanted DK Metcalf. I just keep it under wraps because I don't think it's anybody's business. And I think the price only goes up.
Exactly.
I could also, Yeah, I agree with you. I like saying who I want so that people know, so that they plan out. So that if they want Pickett, they overpay to go get it.
Yeah, but I kind of realized that like me saying like, oh, who wants Stafford constantly, his value is going down for me saying that I'm shopping him. I'd rather have people come to me wanting the player.
I told Brian that.
That's 100%.
Like, why can't I get value for Stafford? I'm like, because everybody knows you want to sell him.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Like,
and
also, think about it. I didn't want to sell Darnell. I didn't want to sell Darnell Mooney at all. I got a 1st-round pick and a 4th-round pick for Darnell Mooney because I didn't want to sell him. So people are overpaying to get somebody that I don't want to sell.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I just think it matters.
Yeah, he's 3 for me, Rossi. Yeah, definitely.
For what, future as well? I'm guessing.
Yeah,
for
but
you
Rossi
guys.
goes over Dina Cole.
He's
for
not.
next
He's
year.
not 4 for me for now, though. I don't think he's 4 for now or 3 for now. I don't. I think there's somebody better than him.
Wait, can we? Are you? I think it should be better like this. Because I have at least Rossi for now.
No, I think Specs above him.
No, well, I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about for the guys we named so far.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Do you have Rossi or Dina Cole?
Me?
No, Dina Cole over Rossi.
Yeah,
Future,
Dina
but
Cole.
Rossi
Yeah,
over
Dina
Dina
Cole over
Cole.
Rossi, without a doubt.
Yeah.
For like this would for
Yeah,
now.
good,
Is that
good.
your order
That's
too?
fine.
Or okay, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
we're
order.
good.
All right, what was I gonna say? I had one more thing to say. Oh, we were talking about value and stuff. I think the biggest thing of not telling people who you wanted. Me and Steven, before like we became like boys, I had the 210 and the 3-1, and I was taking Cam Akers and Najee Harris, and I milked it so much the clock because I knew he wanted it, but I couldn't tell him that the player that he wanted, even though like I'm saying he knew that I wanted Akers and I knew that he wanted Akers.
we both.
But
really
I'm not
wanted
telling,
Akers.
but I'm not being like, I know you want Akers. Like I just had to like mess with his head because that's how I got the value that
He
I
knew.
wanted
No,
to.
he knew I wanted Cam Akers, and I didn't end up getting him in that draft because he kept the pick to get him, and I ended up getting screwed because I liked Najee, but I had Akers clearly over him.
Yeah, Steve, we're gonna be talking about the 103. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Well, I mean, I don't want to trade it, but you could definitely make an offer. I'll definitely do my due diligence.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about the 103.
Respect. All right, Josh.
All right, I love Josh. So I'll go first. Josh is my boy. I think he's overhated because I think he has so much draft capital. Listen, he wants to sell he's going to get the value for Fournette and Connor if he chooses to sell them, and if he doesn't choose to sell them, they can help him. Maybe even help him sneak in. I think his receiving is good. I like Waddle. I told you I think Jerry Jeudy's extremely talented. If they get the quarterback, which is hard to get, he'll be a wide receiver 1 in Dynasty. He's great. I like Mooney. Go up to his team. I like Mooney. I love Mooney. I just think they're going to add targets there. I think Bateman's better than Brown. So attached to Lamar Jackson. Everybody likes to pretend Lamar Jackson can't throw the football, but I believe he led the league in touchdowns throwing a couple years ago. I could be wrong.
He probably did when he was 7.
Correct.
Yeah, so I mean, he definitely knows how to throw the football. So I think that's a silly argument. Mooney as a wide receiver 3 or 4 is very good value in my opinion. But if they add people, I don't know. But I do like. Kyler's great. I mean, people underrate Kyler. He's a couple pieces away, and he needs a good bench. But he knows that. He has the picks to address it.
Does he though?
He'll take somebody. He'll take a stud at the 104, at the 107. I like Christian Kirk on the bench. I think he has the draft capital to turn it around. He has like 8. What does he have? Like how many first round picks?
1,
he has 3.
2, 3, 4, 5.
He has
6.
his first round pick next year in a loaded class, which is going to be a great pick.
Can I be honest though?
What?
I'm looking at it now. I know he does have draft capital, but I don't think it's as much as we think it is. I know that sounds dumb. But he is okay in a not so. I'm not saying this class is terrible, but a not so good class compared to other classes. Is that fair to say? Or
Yeah.
he has the 104. He doesn't have the 101. He doesn't have the 101. And then next year he has his own pick. And it's not till 2024 where he has 3 first round picks.
Yeah, but that's probably
and it's me it's me and yours. And I think our teams will be very, very, very good by then. So it's gonna take a long time to turn around. I'm not hating. I'm just saying it's gonna take a long time. It's gonna be a long time.
I think he has a good team. Yeah, I mean, I think he knows he's a couple years away.
But I think he sold his players for a little too short.
Can I say something? I think Josh is building it the correct way, but this man needs to draft a quarterback this year because he has no the fact that I'm just not even gonna say it. This man has no quarterback 2. He is legit no quarterback 2. The fact that you're starting whatever his name, M. Callaway, I don't even know his first name.
Marquez Callaway.
Yeah.
The steal of the draft. The steal of the league.
Josh needs to address the quarterback position either during the draft or trade for somebody. Because I don't
think he does.
But but the thing is, he
wants the tank. He wants the tank.
No, he's not tanking, but I'm saying
we're not all right. I'm just gonna
he doesn't have to address the quarterback position.
Can I just
no,
go
he doesn't.
by position? Can I just go position by position? So his running backs are relatively good. I think he's lowering Fournette's value by asking who wants Fournette. I think he's definitely doing that. I think James Conner is not that good of a running back, but he's for some reason he's a freaking points machine.
Yeah,
so he's just a bunch of touchdowns. So I think he's going to be good. I think James Conner is going to stay with the Cardinals. I think he's going to be good for a few more years. I love Jalen Waddle, Darnell Mooney, Jerry Jeudy, and Rashad Bateman. I freaking love that core. That is Josh's future. That is amazing. Like I love that. I love Cole too.
I like it to an extent. I feel like it's all based on potential though. Like
Jalen Waddle already showed off his potential. Jalen Waddle is going to be eventually.
Oh no, Waddle. Yeah. No, Waddle's insane. I'm saying Waddle.
Adam's right.
I personally think Jerry Jeudy's the best receiver on his team. I personally think so.
But not a hot take. I think pure talent when I watch Jerry Jeudy play, I think he's one of the best receivers in the NFL.
Me too. I think Jeudy is easily his best receiver, but he hasn't had the quarterback play, or he hasn't been able to stay on the field either.
I agree. So
it's not even like that's not even Jeudy's fault either. I love Darnell Mooney, and I love just the way he just plays. Like I watched Darnell Mooney play with Fields a lot last year because I had Fields. He just he's such an electric guy. Like I love it. Cole Kmet. I was watching that Mason video, Brian. And he was talking about how Cole Kmet, how Jimmy Graham was getting all the targets in the red zone. That's why Cole Kmet never had any touchdowns. Jimmy Graham's gone now.
Yeah,
Jimmy Graham's gone, and Cole Kmet is about to get a hell ton of targets in the red zone. So I would not be surprised if Cole Kmet has a T.J. Hawkinson type of season.
Yeah. I agree.
Bursts onto the scene. Now you go to a bench. The dude has no quarterback. None whatsoever. I love that he has Khalil Herbert because David Montgomery cannot stay healthy. I like Christian Kirk. I like Christian Kirk a lot too on the bench because I think that AJ Green might be gone. I'm a huge fan of Laviska Shenault. You can ask Josh. I wanted Laviska bad. I wanted Laviska I wasn't gonna give up a lot, but Josh really likes him. And stop, bro. That's so fucked up, Brian. I love Laviska.
No, we're laughing at Laviska Shenault.
I love Laviska a lot. I just think that.
Wait. Were you laughing at Demaryius Thomas?
Yes, he was laughing at Demaryius Thomas. He said.
Oh, I was laughing at Shenault because I never heard somebody say they wanted Laviska Shenault.
I wanted Laviska because he's so young. Look at his age, bro. He's only 23.
Why is Newman laughing though?
Having the fact that I wrote dead in the player search finder for Demaryius Thomas. But Laviska Shenault's talented, but the guy got out produced by Jamal Agnew and Marvin Jones and I don't even know, some fourth stringers. I don't know. Laviska Shenault to me is nothing. I traded a first round pick for Laviska Shenault. I'll be the biggest one to say that I took an L, but I ended up flipping it for Demaryius Thomas for Deontay Johnson, so it doesn't matter. But the fact that a lot of these guys.
Wait, but I have one question before we get into other people's teams. What makes this draft class so bad? Last year's draft class.
Wait, let me explain.
Let me say one thing. Last year's draft has the best tight end prospect I've ever seen. Probably the second or first best receiving prospect I've ever seen. Some of the best quarterback prospect I've ever seen. Trevor Lawrence is the best quarterback prospect I've ever seen. He'd have been the number one pick out of his freshman year.
He's the second best quarterback prospect I've ever seen.
Okay, well he's one. For me, he's one. And they had just so much depth at every position.
No,
it's one of the best draft classes we're ever going to see in our lives.
Brian, can I go first? Can I explain?
No, I'm saying it's one of the best draft classes we're ever going to see in our lives. This draft class is severely underrated. What do you mean? No, it's not. Pitts isn't coming every year. Chase isn't coming every year. Lawrence.
Yeah, 2023 is coming. 2023 is coming.
But I'm saying that's it's now the standard. And guys like AJ Brown, DK, Chase, and
it is the standard because you need guys that are going to be elite to produce fantasy points.
Brown, Metcalf, Chase, and Jefferson broke out at such a young age. That's not the standard for receivers. They don't usually break out to 25, 26 like Deontay Johnson, Debo.
And Laviska Shenault too. He's only 23.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was laughing because Laviska Shenault, like you said, you're really high on him. I think that's I don't know why you're really high on him.
I'm not
really high on him.
He's definitely worth a flyer.
If he's worth a third, he's worth a flyer. I'm not paying a second for him.
I'm just saying, people think now it's the standard to break out at 20 years old when you're a receiver. That's not the standard. Last two draft classes have just been so money. The last three have been so money that this one is pretty good.
But the 23 to 24 is going to be fire too. I know. I'm just saying. I just don't like it that much. Yeah, what's up?
Can I say something? Okay. The standard for deciding whether a draft class, it's not our standard, but it's just the regular standard. If you don't have a strong QB class, people tend to say the whole draft is weak. That's what it is. That's
okay,
a lot.
Mahomes is quarterback.
This is arguably one of the best defensive drafts I've ever seen in my life. The edge rushers in this class are crazy compared to
Kyle Hamilton too.
Last year, Kyle Hamilton is arguably going to be. He could be the best defensive player of the year next year. this is like
I think Hamilton's the best player in the draft.
reason, easily. The reason why that like they're saying that this class sucks is because the quarterbacks suck. Other than that, I think this class is great. I agree with you, Steve.
I don't think the running backs are that elite talent.
Dude, the running backs are good. Like the running backs are pretty good.
Bro, I'm telling you, the
these
running
guys
backs.
these
Brees
guys,
Hall, Isaiah Spiller, Kenneth Walker,
they're 20 years old. These guys are 20.
But they're not
They're
as
20.
they wouldn't be top 6 prospects in other classes, Steve.
No, but the thing is,
they also don't need a running back to succeed in the NFL.
They're third round draft capital, late second round draft capital picks because they're not that talented compared to other guys. They'll be good and elite talent are completely different things.
No, but they're good. They're good. I think they're pretty. I think they're a lot of them. Some of them are really good, in my opinion.
That's baked in the value of the draft picks.
It depends where they go and depends their situation. Running back situation matters for everything. Do you think that some of these running backs succeed in the NFL or that good?
Clyde got in the best situation possible. We haven't seen anything. I know you're
okay,
a big
but Clyde has been banged up, and they don't use Clyde the right way.
Yeah, but then he's not because if they don't use him the right way, because he's not good enough to be used in the right way.
No,
it's a pass first league. You don't need a running back.
He's a different runner than what they should have drafted.
It's a pass first league. You don't need a running back.
We'll go into
I think Hall, Spiller, and Walker are very good. I think they're underrated.
Where Josh is last for me, and I'm just gonna put
Josh is last for me in future and win now, but I think Josh's future is top 6.
Yeah, I think Josh for me in future is 4.
Is he ahead or below Rossi?
Below.
For me too. Okay.
Only because the quarterback position. That's it. Only because he has legit no.
I think the quarterback position okay, last thing though. The quarterback position he needs to address probably not this year, but in 23. But he has one.
Yeah, but if that pick's gonna be,
so you're right. If it's a 1-on-1, it's Bryce Young, CJ Stroud. You're right.
Yeah, but what if
that's why I don't understand why you guys are saying he doesn't have a quarterback, because he might stink and get the best quarterback in the draft.
Yeah, that's why he shouldn't get a quarterback too. There's no need to. All right, Specs team. All right, I'll let you guys speak on him because I spoke on him enough yesterday.
All right.
Yeah, he did.
I'll go. His team's freaking loaded. I mean, like, look at that talent. Look at that. Like, his window is very, very short. Like, his window right now, like, to win is right now.
It's a little. I think it's only this year. It's only this year
because he has no picks. The man has like no draft picks at all. When you look, yikes! Oh my god. So he needs to just win it this year. Like, he's like doing what the Rams are doing basically. Like, his team, when you look at it, it's like if this was a redraft team, you could book it. He's winning the championship. Like, you could easily book it. Like, he's
over Newman. You think he's the number 1 favorite over Newman?
I think his team looks better than mine because he has the big names. But I have the Deontay Johnsons and T Higgins that produce.
Yeah, but if McCaffrey, you can make the case if McCaffrey stayed on the field this year, I think Speck could have won the league.
I beat him by 90 points in the championship holders ratio. Anyway, in the semifinal, or whatever.
Yeah, but still,
do I have to pull up?
I think if McCaffrey if McCaffrey stayed healthy the whole year, but that's a question with McCaffrey. I don't know if I was Speck, I would have traded McCaffrey, but that's just me. But he's absolutely loaded, and he's also like, it's also risky being in his position too because he doesn't have much depth at his positions. I mean, for crying out loud, he's starting Rondale Moore. I don't know why.
It's Tony Pollard too. The TP could be pretty
he did improve his running back depth, but like it's like his receivers are question marks because Robbie Anderson's dead, Zay Jones is dead, Emmanuel Sanders about to retire, Robbie Anderson.
If I was Speck, I would start over, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not good enough to win. I think Rossi's team, to be honest, has a better chance to win now this year. I know that sounds insane. I'm going to put Speck over Rossi, but I made
a bold prediction. I think Speck could win it this year. I definitely think he can.
I think he definitely is capable.
But I think he's relying so much on he could. It's not a guarantee.
And he's relying on no injuries. Injuries. One injury he's screwed. One single injury. One injury to Rondale Moore. Even to Tyler Lockett, one injury, because that means he's starting like Jarvis Landry. Right? No hate.
If I'm him, I would trade everybody in the starting lineup except Moore.
I would do it, Josh. I would pull it, Josh.
No, yeah, I would build around Dylan, Pollard, Moore, those guys. Start clean. Like, end up with 10 first-round picks in the next 2 years. Just I
don't blame Speck for like.
If he waits another year, these guys are only going to go down in value.
Well, I mean, okay. I'm just gonna say
he'll have 6 first compared to 10.
I'm just gonna say this. I think if Spec wins, he should start over. I think if he wins, he should either way after
Win or
next year.
lose, win or lose. I think you should start over now though before the value goes down.
Win or lose.
Yeah, I agree with Brian, but I definitely think he can. I definitely think Spec has a good team next year. But how many firsts do you think he can get for his starting lineup?
I would give. He could definitely get a lot for first for Tyreek. Definitely.
Well, I think Cup is worth 2+.
Two.
Tyreek
These are both 2, 2, 4, 6.
Kelsey,
2, 4,
Kelsey
6.
Jones is 7.
Kelsey could be worth.
Look at this. 2, 4, 6, 7. Kelsey 8. Like he'll have 8 first-round picks. I would rather have 8 first-round picks because he would be able to build a long. Imagine a couple of those at 23 first. Too.
Yeah. And anyway, what I was saying is, no matter what happens after this year, I think he's got to start over, especially like the huge question.
Yeah, but you say that now, but these guys are only going to go down in value.
We don't know that. We don't know.
We know that. It doesn't matter.
We do know that.
If McCaffrey is the RB1 next year, if he's the RB1 next year, I still think his value goes down to what it will be at the start of the season this year.
What he should have done is he should have traded McCaffrey.
No, he shouldn't have. McCaffrey week 1 drops 30s with 2 first plus 2 seconds plus.
No, he should have traded McCaffrey as soon as he got hurt. Someone still would have paid. Nick V was like offering him a crap ton of like picks and stuff. I would have done it. I would have done it because you don't need a running back to succeed. You don't. I'm sorry.
McCaffrey's not a running back. He's the best fantasy player of all time. He averages 30 a game.
So he can't stay on the field. He can't stay on the field, Brian. He played like
but his injury. The thing about McCaffrey's
he's more injury prone than Saquon is.
Yeah, literally.
But his injury. Yeah, I guess
he had to.
All right, give me out. McCaffrey. All right, so let's just say we're rounding. McCaffrey's 2 firsts, Hill's 2 firsts, Cup's 2 firsts, Kelsey's a first.
Kelsey's 1. Yeah, Kelsey's 1.
That's 7 firsts, probably like 3 seconds, maybe.
Chris would 100% pay a first for Jalen Hurts. I know Chris.
Someone's worth. Yeah, Hurts. Honestly, dude, Lockett is worth a couple seconds. Like Lockett was like wide receiver like 14.
One second.
All right, 1 second. He's still pretty good.
How old is he?
He should just start over. I mean, I think he could definitely win the league and maybe use this as motivation next year.
I think he's my.
But even if he wins the league, my point will still be true that he's not going to get the value that he would get right now for these guys.
Yeah, I still think though, if I'm Spec, I like what he's doing. That he's like trying to win. Because like, I mean, I'm the type of person where I don't want to like tell my team that, oh, let's go out there and lose. No, like I'm not like that. Like I don't want like I think Spec has the right mentality and like he wants to come out and win. I like that he's doing, but either way, if he wins this year or not, and even if he loses in the final, he's personally my favorite.
The only way Spec would have been in a good spot to win this entire thing is if he won last year.
Yeah.
And if he had this team after a championship, maybe won this year again, and then sold all of his future picks, and then just went all in.
I really just think that it's in football, a sport where you're making head-on collisions and all these injuries that happen. For this, if you're gonna say this lineup will be the same, like injury-wise, that everyone will play in the championship week, that would be crazy. I don't know.
Well, Cup, I think I was talking to Brad about Cup. I think Cup will age well. I think
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that for him to have no injuries happen is insane. I'm just saying that he has literally zero depth, and I think
Spec's gonna work some magic. I think he'll figure it out. But he's my favorite for right now, based on no injuries, based on like not having. If this was like an injury-free season for Spec's team, I think he's winning the championship. I do. Because if you have the best fantasy player and you have Travis Kelce, the best fantasy tight end, and you have Tyreek Hill and you have Cooper Kupp, you have the 2 best receivers in fantasy. I think it's just too overpowered.
All right, but these are just names though. Like these aren't guys.
But Steven, this is the exact reason why I won last year, because I didn't have names on my team. I had guys that would produce fantasy stats.
Exactly. We're going for fantasy.
But I'm saying, but if you look at Cooper Kupp, he's just a name. I mean, that name had the best receiving season, arguably of all time. He won the Triple Crown, won Super Bowl MVP, made the Pro Bowl, All Pro for every award.
So do you think he repeats? That's why he's not gonna repeat what he did.
Cooper Kupp consistently put up 1,000 yards. Cooper Kupp won me 2 redraft championships. He's consistently put up 1,000 yards like every season quietly. Like people just didn't realize that before this year. Like Cooper Kupp has been very, very good. Like. He's been, those 2 years. He also did not play a full season. I'm pretty sure he didn't play a full season that year either when he put up 9-7. Yeah, exactly. He missed a game. That would have been another 1,000-yard season. So there you go. So he put up basically 3 1,000-yard seasons. Like he's quietly been really, really good. It's just no one's realized that. That's why Spec's my favorite. But his future is definitely last. His future is.
I gotta move.
But I think his window's now, and I think he could do it. He could definitely do it.
Right.
So it's like that for you, and then where do you have? Okay, I'm assuming this is it, right?
Yeah.
I have spec over Rossi and DiNicola. Yeah.
That's what I was expecting.
Future for me, he's last though right now.
Future for me, I mean, everybody likes to say he's last, but I'd probably put him 9.
For now, okay. So put him at none because okay.
Well, he's 10 for me. He's 10 for me. He's 10 for me. The future. I mean, it's not a bad thing because like you do want to win. Like if your team's like that, I'd want to win now too. But
all right. All right. So that was the West, I think.
All right, Adam. So we're up to your team. So just give us a quick synopsis, and then we'll dive into it.
All right. Okay. So I know I get a lot of hate, but nobody, not a single person addressed. Okay, Brian, do me a favor. Click out of this for a second. Not a single person addressed the idea that none of my starters are above like 26 years old besides Alvin Kamara. Nobody said
that. How old is Reynolds?
He's not starting next year. He's 26. I said nobody besides Josh.
27. He doesn't even know his own team.
Whatever. Shut up. Nobody addressed how young like my players actually are. They're like going down and look at my draft picks already. Oh, he has no picks. That's the whole point. My team is still really – Justin Fields is 22. I don't care if I have no picks. If Justin Fields has like I'm not selling Justin Fields I'm not giving up on a quarterback after year 1 when he showed flashes. And people sleep on how good like Devontae – well, like if Devontae Smith has had a quarterback too, like my team is so young. I think I have one of the youngest, if not top 2 youngest teams in the league. My quarterback's only 25. Gibson's 23. Montgomery had 1,000 yards and he missed 1,000 total, like 100 total yards, and he missed like 5 games. He missed like 5 weeks of the season, and he had like 1,000 total yards.
Yeah,
1,100. Yeah, I was right. 1,100. And yeah, and like people are just like hating on me because no picks. Look at my team's age; they're so young. Like Antonio Gibson is a dog. The guy's an animal. Like people don't realize how good Antonio Gibson like actually is when he plays. And like DJ, I think
he's definitely good.
I think getting DJ Moore for me was a no-brainer because he's consistently put up points. DJ Moore.
But you're relying on 2 quarterback situations to get better. Moores and Smith.
I think the thing about your team is that you're relying on a lot of hypothetical situations that work out perfectly for you. Like Devontae Smith getting a good quarterback, DJ Moore getting a good quarterback, Noah Fant getting a good quarterback, Alvin Kamara not being suspended.
Okay, also Noah Fant's 24. Do you know when that peak tight end age is? 25. Noah Fant's 24, and he's already been talked about. He's tight end 12.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, Fant could definitely be like amazing, but he's been pretty underwhelming.
Also, when you go down to my team, my team real quick. Go down. When you look at my tight end position, David Njoku was. If he goes to a new team, if David Njoku goes to a new team, this man is going to be like. And also, he's only 25. Also, don't forget that David Njoku's played 5 years in the league. He's only 25 years old. David Njoku has potential to be like freaking like absurdly good. Like if he goes to a different team. Because the Browns are like known.
Do you see what it says right here?
Where?
David Njoku has expressed
interest in return. He's going back there. That proves nothing.
I don't know if it's coming from.
There's a chance he goes back to the Browns.
I'm a Browns fan. I think he goes back to the Browns. I don't know.
Okay, but what if he doesn't? That's my whole point. And when you go down, like let's say Gronk.
That's another hypothetical, though.
I know, but I'm saying like.
Your problem, Adam. I love you. Your problem is your team relies on so many hypotheticals.
Go down to Freiermuth. Freiermuth was the one I wanted to talk about.
Oh no, Freiermuth's a go. I fuck with Freiermuth.
Pat Freiermuth is
nice.
Look at the amount of points he put up. He had 7 touchdowns as a rookie. That is more than Kyle Pitts, believe it or not.
But like, doesn't touchdown such a volatile stat though?
Okay, Steven, that's fantasy points, right? This is fantasy.
No, but I'm saying he's not going to repeat 7 touchdowns. Probably.
You don't know that. If the next quarterback they're going to get is
going to be
dude. Robert Tonyan had like 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
20% of his catches were touchdowns. Let me do the math.
Yeah, like it's.
Yeah, okay, but Steve, but Kyle Pitts was the best tight end prospect. I'm not saying he's better than Kyle Pitts. He's definitely not. But Kyle Pitts was the best tight end prospect we've ever seen, and Pat Freiermuth had 7 touchdowns and he had 1. Like something's like
but the thing is, Pitts still put up significantly better numbers, which shows you how much better Pitts is.
I know. I never said he didn't, but I'm saying this is fantasy. What matters more, yards?
Yeah, but Pitts put up more fantasy points on a per game basis still.
And overall,
but he's a red zone target that I'd love to have. that I love having. He's
so it's Pitts.
targeted in the red zone, which means it's a guaranteed 6 points pretty much every time they're in the red zone. That's what I love.
Oh, that's not necessarily true.
Any quarterback they get is going to be better than Big Ben right now. That's a fact.
That's true. That's true. That's like the one quarterback situation that you should actually like.
Juju's gone, so they get Jameis, right? If they get Jameis, also go to Jameis. People forget that the Saints were 5-2 when Jameis played. The Saints were 5-2.
My thing is, you are, in my opinion, you don't need a quarterback. Why is Pickett who you're taking at the 105?
That's the next thing I was going to get into.
That ruins how I look at your team.
That ruins your team. I'm not going to lie, you go Pickett. This team is dead last in both categories, in my opinion.
I have my reasons why I want Pickett, but
Adam, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm higher on Lamar Jackson than other people. I think Lamar Jackson is stupid good at football. I think he's underrated.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I have him above. I have him above Joe Burrow. I have him above Joe Burrow on Dynasty.
Yes, like you want to sell him, but he's probably the best fantasy quarterback when healthy. He's like one of the best.
The fact
and Fields can be good.
Don't get me wrong. I like Lamar Jackson, but the fact that he made the Pro Bowl this year is absolutely
105, dude.
Oh my God,
the fact that Lamar made the Pro Bowl this year
105 has to be towards a receiver.
I don't know. I like Henny. I don't know.
You're starting Josh Reynolds.
Exactly. You're going to have no wide receiver. How are you going to address it? Then you're going to just lose more draft capital in the future.
True. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what I do, but who knows?
For me, Adam, I love you, but this team's a lot of hypotheticals. That's my opinion.
Yeah, you're relying too much on hypotheticals.
You're also acting like Devontae is like Devontae put up great numbers. Like y'all are.
Devontae Smith was average at best.
He was not average.
I'm not gonna lie. Besides Lamar Jackson, you don't have any top 5 assets in any category.
I don't need top 5 assets, Brian. Like you said, I don't need big names. I'm not saying that.
It's something you don't have big names. You don't have guys that produce fantasy, but like Josh Reynolds is not on a roster.
Look at DJ Moore. You're telling me DJ Moore. Look at his stats. He can't produce fantasy points. You're telling me look at his stats.
Yeah, but
Adam, the wide receiver 18.
That's
not a wide receiver 1.
On a championship team,
that's it.
On a championship team, Moore is probably a wide receiver 2 with his quarterback situation.
For me, so he would be my wide receiver like 3 probably. And I'm not even
hating. My wide receiver 4.
Brian, why do you think Deontay Johnson is ranked so high? Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna ask that. I'm gonna ask you, who's better at football? Deontay Johnson.
But we're not talking about football. We're talking about fantasy.
DJ Moore is more talented. DJ Moore is more talented,
right? Why does Deontay get? Shut up. Why does Deontay get more fantasy points?
Because he's a very, very good route runner, very good separator, and he's easy to throw to underneath because he has Big Ben as a quarterback. And Deontay Johnson is very, very good at football. If you watch
who's better at football? DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson.
There's a lot of fantasy points. I think DJ Moore, but it's not about that. It's about fantasy points.
Exactly. And look at how many touchdowns Deontay Johnson had. Deontay Johnson had double the amount of touchdowns that DJ Moore had.
But Deontay Johnson had 169 targets. That's the whole point. I'm trying to get fantasy points. Deontay Johnson had one.
So I'm making that same case with freaking what's his name? Who's that talking about? With Frymouth and Pitts. Frymouth, I was making that same thing. He puts up touchdowns.
It's not the same argument.
Look, 8 touchdowns. He had double the amount of DJ Moore had.
Look at the catches in yards. Not Steven, don't lie. That's nuts. The 169 and the 107.
I said I think Deontay Johnson's way better at fantasy asset than DJ Moore right now.
Exactly, because he scores double the touchdowns. It's not that hard.
No, it's not because of the touchdowns, Adam. It's because he's a PPR monster.
Yeah, he gets the receptions too.
Well, yeah.
It's not the touchdowns. I didn't even know he had more touchdowns. I just knew he has way more points.
If DJ Moore scored at least 3 more touchdowns, DJ Moore would
4 touchdowns?
Yes. He had more yards. Did he have more yards than Deontay?
They had about the same, I'm pretty sure.
And that's on less.
Okay, they get the same amount of targets. No, they're close. They're closer than I actually thought. You're right. Yes, but DJ Moore has a history of not getting the touchdowns, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He only gets the long touchdown. Look, 2, 4, 4, 4. We're just hoping. We're hoping for it. That's another hypothetical.
We're hoping
Deontay Johnson gets targeted in the red zone on a slant and he just runs in. Or a deep play.
I don't know. Adam, I love you, Adam. Your team is good, but I don't think it's as good as you think it is.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying I'm going to contend, but
but the thing is, what's the point? If you're not going to contend, why are you putting together a mediocre team?
Kamara needs to be traded. Kamara needs to be traded for a 1.
Okay. People are sleeping on how young my team is. They're really sleeping on. Nobody mentioned that my key players are like besides Kamara are all like below 25 or 20.
Personally, Adam. All right, so you talk about your team. I'll talk about it. Love Lamar. Lamar's superstar.
Well,
Fields could be really good. Gibson, love Gibson's upside. He's a 3-down back. Montgomery gets hurt a lot. He's pretty good though.
He's solid.
DJ
He's
Moore,
solid.
1,100 yards.
he's a solid RB too.
And missed 5 games.
DJ Moore is a
Yeah, but Adam, you
superstar.
know how many players done the same thing, put up 1,000 yards in less game?
All right,
Elijah Mitchell. What do you mean? The guy, bro. Okay, Montgomery was the RB 19 this year.
Brian, okay, and what rank was the offensive line that Elijah Mitchell played behind? Let's look.
But that's the whole point. That's the whole point of fantasy.
Situation matters.
We're not talking about the talent.
Adam, Devontae Smith could be a superstar. I hate him. I hate that he's on the Eagles. I don't like him. I don't like his quarterback situation.
If he was on the Giants right now, you would not be saying this.
He would still have a shit quarterback situation if he's on the Giants, though. He'd still have a bad quarterback situation if he's on the Giants. Jalen Hurts is really bad at football.
Horrible, horrendous.
He's a horrible real life quarterback.
Okay, so if he's bad at football, the fact that Devontae still put up 9
Adam, Devontae
didn't put up numbers. He didn't put up numbers. He was the wide receiver 29. That's not numbers. As a rookie, yes, but he doesn't have a good quarterback.
Adam, if I'm you, I'm working the phones. I'm getting rid of Devontae Smith.
I'm getting a 23-1. I'm hammering that.
If I get a 23-1 for Devontae
Smith, just because you guys want Devontae Smith,
yeah,
I don't. I'm keeping him.
Just because you want him, I'm not trading him. Like you do that all the time.
We don't want him. I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. I don't like him. But I do like.
You would love him if he was on a Giant.
Adam, why do you need Fant, Freiermuth? Why do you need like 4 tight ends?
Because I like having tight ends on my team.
Okay, but Adam,
but that's the point. You went to me and said Gesicki's a shit tight end too, but he's better than he's honestly. If he gets in a good situation, he might bet. If he goes to the Chargers, he's better than Freiermuth.
If you said ifs about all my team,
right. But Adam,
he's a free agent. There's a difference.
Go to the Freiermuth trade. Go to the Freiermuth trade.
Okay.
He traded 2 second-round picks for him.
Exactly, and I got rid of Devin Singletary because I didn't need him.
Wait,
got rid of.
I got Kingo.
Devin Singletary was nice this year. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I know they'll draft a running. They'll probably draft a running back.
I'm not trying to.
You literally told me I won that trade.
Look at the Ramondre Stevenson trade.
I don't need Kirk Cousins is done after next year. What do I need Kirk Cousins for? Justin Fields.
Go up. Yeah. Look at that. Go down. I love you. Not only is Kirk Cousins better than Ramondre Stevenson, he's like better by a good amount.
I didn't need Kirk Cousins anymore. Kirk Cousins
and you gave me a third round pick.
Wait. So you don't need Kirk Cousins, but you want Kenny Pickett, who's could be Kirk Cousins. That's my opinion. That's what I'm saying.
And the thing is, Kirk Cousins is probably worth like a first round pick.
What?
Nobody. Not in this.
Nobody was giving me a first for Kirk
Cousins. No. If I can't get a
single person, Steven, if I asked you
in other dynasty leagues, he's probably worth the first round pick. I'm not trading.
He's worth that early 2 though. Early 2, Steven.
I'm not trading him. I love Kirk, but I'm saying he's probably worth a late first, early 2.
No, it's not. I asked you for that
in a 32-man league. You
gave me a third round pick with. No, but you gave me a third round pick with him.
You said no. I asked you for a first. You said no. I even asked you for a second. You said no. So how are you going to tell me?
Yeah, well, obviously I'm not going to want to give it up willingly, but I should have had to pay a second round.
I got Ramondre Stevenson because 1, he plays behind a great offensive line. 2, Damian Harris is pretty much dead. Bill Belichick.
Do you think
Damian Harris is dead? Damian Harris is dead. What? This is another hypothetical, bro. How is he dead?
Hypothetical. Damian Harris can't stay on the field healthy either.
I'm pretty sure he played like mostly all the games. How many games he missed? Missed 2 games. Finished at the RB 14 in PPR at 15 touchdowns. 15 touchdowns.
And look at how Ramondre played when he missed those 2 games.
No, Ramondre Stevenson's better than Damian Harris, in my opinion. But I'm not drafting people based on talent. I'm drafting them based on,
I think Damian Harris outperforms Ramondre next year, but then the year after it's Ramondre.
Okay, perfect. He'll be 24. I'm okay with that. And he didn't even get used much until he's 24.
But the thing is that I don't think Ramondre Stevenson has top 10 running back potential ever in his season. I don't even know if he has top 15.
We have to move on. I think we're getting off topic, but where would you rank?
No, this is hilarious. No, we're on topic. This is better than a normal video. This is great.
Can I ask y'all a question? Who do you think I should get at 105 then, if not Pickett?
Wide receiver.
Wide
receiver easily.
Adam, you don't draft based on need in fantasy football because you're not setting a lineup for 200 days. Draft the best player on the board.
Yeah, if it's the top running back.
You want me to take Kenneth Walker or any other running back?
That's fine. If Kenneth Walker is
Adam, the Pickett thing. I mean, I think Pickett could be pretty good, but I don't understand why you don't. You're like the last person in the league that needs quarterback.
Yeah. Well, if I could get a haul for Jameis.
A
which I think I
third?
could, but we'll see what happens.
You can't get it till. Excuse me. You can't get it until he's a free agent. You can get it late too.
I think Winston's going to go to the Steelers.
I'd love that. I would love if Jameis went to the Steelers.
Oh, Jameis goes to the Steelers. I think I would like that. I think I would like that too. I wouldn't hate that. I think Kenny Pickett, but I don't know. All right, so
Adam, I understand like you like Pickett, but I just don't know if it makes sense. I put Adam at 10 for future because I don't like what he told us about it, what he's going to do with the 105.
You think I'm 10 because I'm taking Kenny Pickett? That's the sole reason why.
Adam, what's your ranking on yourself?
Well, also I don't like your bench, but I think Adam has a top 16 for next year.
Freiermuth and Kenneth Gainwell, who's only 22.
Put Adam at 6.
More touchdowns. Miles Sanders' backup had like 8 more touchdowns than Miles Sanders.
You're right, and Miles Sanders will still be the starting running back next year.
So. And he's not going to lose in the red zone. And then when the game is done,
Adam, we could put a friendly bet on who has more fantasy points, Kenneth Gainwell or Miles Sanders.
We could because Kenneth Gainwell is going to have more because he's going to be in the red zone every single time.
All right, what friendly?
We're not talking about gambling. I put Adam at 6. Put Adam at 6.
Just in the middle for now. Oh, it's on.
No, I have Adam. I think I have Adam at 6 overall. Like I think he's going to make the playoffs.
Okay, what if I draft a receiver? Where would you have me?
It depends, but that's what everyone drafts.
All right, Spec is 9 for the future because Spec has so many assets that he can flip. You don't.
I don't have any assets I can flip. I can flip really. My guys, nobody's below 25 out of my best.
Cup is worth 2 firsts easily.
You have no guy on your team that's worth 2. You have no guy
worth 2 firsts.
He's worth.
Lamar Jackson is probably worth like 3 first-round picks.
Correct.
Maybe more.
There's 2 first-round picks. There you go.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
You don't think someone who like loses
Adam,
a running
Adam, I love you. I think you're the best coach, one of the best coaches in the league. I think you're going to make the playoffs next year. I do, but I don't know about your future. I have to see.
Okay.
It's a long game, it's a
long
game.
Football changes yearly, dude. Like I don't know.
All I know is that I was voted the biggest pretend. Not to get into it, but I was voted the biggest pretend. Everyone told me my team sucked, and I ended up winning a championship. So they can say the same thing with your team, and you can end up winning a championship. It's fantasy football after all. We don't know. We don't know everything. We don't know everything. Nobody would think Cooper Kupp would be this good. Anyone that said he would be top 1 receiver, no, just nobody would think that. Okay, Adam, where do you have yourself?
I have me at 6 too. I have about 6-7 range.
How about for future?
I think my future is not bad, but y'all,
no, be honest. Like I mean, I think it's hard to be
honest. Well, okay, you're saying that because you think I'm taking Pickett.
No, I think I don't think Pickett's bad. I don't know if it makes sense for your team.
You told me the reason why you think I'm 10 right now is because I'm taking.
I also don't really like Devontae Smith, and I don't like. I think you're lying on.
Oh, we don't have to. We did enough time. I want to say what.
Right.
This is gonna be like an hour and a half. What's up?
7-8 right now. 7-8 right now.
So we'll put this.
Put me at 8. Put me at 8. Someone should be at 7. Put me at 8.
And then we'll just move it. We'll just move it accordingly.
Yeah.
We'll just at the end.
All right, let's go to Chris. All right, let's start flying by these.
Christ.
For Chris, I think it's obvious he has no quarterback. His team is really good, though. And redraft, you got insane. You got Adams, Jefferson. In my opinion, I think he's probably like the 2nd or 3rd best team for next year. Yeah. I think Spec is better than him right now because Spec has the quarterbacks. I like Jefferson. I like Adams. I like Henry Cook. I think Henry probably has like 1 really good year left, and that's when he has him. So I think Henry will die on his team. I think he's a pretty good bench for a contender. Just doesn't have the first, really. I think Zach Wilson can be really good. I just think he needs another quarterback, and that's the hardest position to find.
Yep.
But I really do like Chris's team for next year, and I think he's probably the team to be in the East right now.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have a quarterback, so let's see how he addresses the quarterback.
I still think I have him at 3. I'm gonna have him for at least now. I'm gonna have him at 3, 100%.
Yeah.
Love Dalvin Cook, Henry. His team. The thing is that
now I
also like his team kind of for the future, not that much, but like I don't know where I'm gonna rank him. I got to look at the other teams compared to other teams, but he has a lot of value that he can get rid of. Like Jefferson, obviously, if he gets rid of, that's like 4 firsts right there. That's just future based on 1 player, 4 first-round picks. That's nuts. Devontae's still with like a first plus. Kittle's still Jacobs with a first. His team's really good for next year. Obviously, he needs a quarterback.
If I'm him, I don't know why he wasn't on the phone trying to trade.
I think,
Henry
like
for
I said,
first-round pick.
No, Henry's worth more than a first. Come on.
He's 28 years old.
I don't care, bro. He was averaging 25 fantasy points. He's with the first.
What do you mean you don't care? He didn't. I'm just saying, like you're saying.
He's different. He's a different breed. He's
say
a
something?
different breed. He has
Can I say-
first
Alright.
injury, freak injury, lifts freak
Okay.
injury. And I would
Chris?
say, wait, number one, the last thing, and then I'm not gonna say anything else about the team. Jefferson, I would trade for 3 firsts and a quarterback. All right.
You're
go
saying
back
that
to
because
you.
you do want Jefferson for 3 firsts and Stafford.
I'm not doing that. There's no shot. I'm trading all my 23 firsts for and Stafford
Brian,
for
you are
Jefferson.
high if you don't do that. You
No.
are smoking crack if you don't do that.
Says the guy who won a championship, but trust me, I'm building what I'm building. I have 3 firsts. When I take Keyshawn,
Shut up.
Jackson Smith, and
Stop. If
Java,
you would
and
not trade
Bijan
Matt Stafford
Robinson.
at 3 ones, you don't need those first round picks, Brian. You're number
Yes,
one
you
on
do.
both. You should.
Bijan Robinson,
No,
Jackson
you don't.
Smith, and
You don't
Java,
need those picks.
Keyshawn Booty.
Brian,
I would rather
Adam,
have
to be
those
Adam,
picks.
I mean Brian, to be fair, Specs pick is late.
We think
I think
that-
you also
yeah.
you have another late first. You have Adams, that's early. Wait,
you
Adams
say now that
Wait, I think
say
Adams
everything
is
that
the
I know.
105. I think Adams is the 105 because I think he's going to make the
Blasphemy,
playoffs.
Brian. Blasphemy. Anyway,
So the 23 class, I'll get 3 studs. I'd rather have 3 studs in Matt Stafford than Justin
Jefferson. Okay, whatever.
Jackson Smith
All
and
right,
Java
continue.
is insane. It's like Jamar Chase. Keyshawn is
Shut up,
like
shut up,
Jamar
shut
Chase
up.
level prospect.
Okay.
Probably less, but
Doesn't mean he's going to be Jamar Chase. Anyway, let's look at Chris's team. Okay, so Chris's quarterbacks suck, but I do love I think he's a favorite out of the East without a doubt. Without a doubt, Chris is a favorite. In my opinion, he is. There's no question about it. Because my biggest question mark for his team, besides the quarterback position, is Derrick Henry. I don't know how much Derrick Henry has left because that's a serious foot injury, and at that age, at the amount of volume that the Titans use him at, is very, very risky to have. I get he was going to have the best rushing season ever, but then again, he did have a very serious foot injury. Very serious foot injury, Brian. He played with a metal plate, and you saw who he played in the playoffs? He played like garbage. He played like straight garbage in the playoffs.
yeah, but let's not lie. The Bengals literally clamped everyone. Their D-line was crazy. They clamped Cam Akers to under 20-something yards.
I know, I understand that, but still, that injury at that age and the amount of volume that he gets, he can only do so much. He can't.
I agree.
I don't know if he can be the same player. That's why it's very.
I do think he specs above him.
I hope as a Bama fan, I hope Derrick Henry plays. I hope he continues playing, really well. But yeah, Dalvin Cook's all world. To me, Dalvin Cook's one of the best running backs in football. Easily top 3.
He needs to get Madison. He needs to get Madison. That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't know why. Listen, I'm not trying to say it like this, but I have Madison on my team. Obviously, I'm gonna be biased. But if he could have got Madison for a late second, I would have done it just because it's guaranteed that you have a running back 1 on your roster. Because let's be honest, Madison's easily a top 7 running back when Cook is out. Just on a week-to-week basis.
The best backups are Pollard, Madison, and
I think Madison is the best backup, but I don't know when he plays when the other guys are.
Yeah, I'm not so high on Josh Jacobs as other people are. I don't like Josh Jacobs that much. I don't know why, and I don't think they're gonna run the ball as much with Josh McDaniels either. I think they're gonna want to go
that's Josh McDaniels' whole scheme, dude. They're gonna be run first.
I don't think
he's gonna get a lot more screens. He's gonna get a lot more sacks. I think Josh Jacobs is a pretty safe, good running back too. And for him, having him as flex is really good. That's
the good thing. Yeah, the good thing about Josh Jacobs is he's still really young. He's only 24, so that's the good thing about Josh Jacobs. I've never been a really big fan of Josh Jacobs, but his age is a positive though. His age is still a positive at this point in time, and especially if they start
you loved Josh Jacobs when he was a rookie.
I like him. I just he's just kind of I don't know. He needs to get more involved in the pass game, and then he'll be good. I think Chris has got in the bag. The only thing Chris needs is at least 1 quarterback and replace that.
How is he going to get the quarterback though? He doesn't want to trade Jackson.
He needs 2 quarterbacks. He needs 2 quarterbacks.
Well, no, okay. To contend this year, I think he needs 1 to contend.
Matt Ryan was quarterback. 20.
He has Zach Wilson.
He's good enough.
You're right. He has Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
if he gets one more, he has to get an elite quarterback. That's why he wants to. He told me he wants Stafford for me. I'm not doing it because if he has Stafford, his team is so dangerous, and I'm not going to give a contender.
He wants Jameis too.
He has to overpay. Jameis isn't going to win him shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
He needs a guy scoring 20 points a game, not 16. I'm not saying Jameis is ass.
I don't think Jameis will either, but it's okay. But yeah, no, I like that he has Claypool on his bench. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
But Claypool is
he has a better bench than Spec, but Spec has better players in the starting lineup.
Yeah, I do like DJ Chark. DJ Chark could go to a different team and ball out. I like Chark a lot. And Schuster too. He needs to trade some of those receivers. He's got too many of them.
I think he's waiting for the value to go up when they get in new situations.
Yeah, I think he's playing it smart.
His bench is nice. He has a lot of guys that can boom him.
He's got a lot. Yeah, he's got Hunt. He's pretty good at the bench. Yeah, he needs a quarterback bad. He's 3 for me, honestly, and now.
Okay, so
he's 3 for me now also.
Yeah, he's 3 for me. He's definitely 3. He has got a good team.
Let me just copy this down so I can just copy and paste it. Hold up. I'm just trying to make it easier. All right, so he's 3, you said?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Wait, what happened? So this moves.
We're set.
We're good? Wait,
Yeah.
no, we're not, because Rossi just like gotta put
I'll
this
put
in.
Rossi under Dinacola for you.
Rossi was under Di Nicola?
No, Rossi
I
over
gotta go. I
Dinacola.
gotta go at 4. So if we don't finish, my bad.
No, that's fine.
No, wait, we have 18 more minutes. We'll get it done.
Oh, is Mikey next? Mikey better be next.
No, I'm next.
Mikey.
Chris's future, I'm gonna put Josh lower. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna put him here for now. That's
No,
fine.
I have Josh
I
over Chris.
got Josh. I got Josh over Chris too.
Wow.
Chris is at 5 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, Josh with those picks, man. Josh is I'm waiting to get to Mikey's team because this kid pissed me off.
I'm trying to think. Now that he has no quarterback, yeah.
Chris has the assets to get a quarterback, though. I think he has the assets to get a quarterback. Wow, you got Rossi twice, Brian.
Wait, no, I didn't even put that. Then Josh. That's trying to think.
All right,
Rossi or
time to
Chris.
get to the hopeful champion winners.
All right,
So-
Steve, I'll start.
No, I mean I'll explain my team first.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm just winning this team.
No, you're chilling. All right, I think my team is. I love what I'm doing, but I understand why people. I don't really get why people wouldn't like what I'm doing. But AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, in my opinion, top 7 dynasty receivers. Pittman to me is top 15. I think Pittman could be a high end wide receiver 2, low end wide receiver 1. I think that's his upside, and I have him at wide receiver 3. I think people say Amari Cooper is dead, but I mean, in my opinion, he's attached to the Dallas Cowboys offense. He was hurt for 2 games, but he's only 27 years old. Cooper Kupp is 29.
Same as
I just think
PPR
that-
finish.
Yeah, I just think that receivers age differently. I think context is important. Last year, he lost Dak for the whole year. And before he lost Dak, he was the wide receiver 1 in all of fantasy. So I think context matters. And before that, with Dak, he was wide receiver 10.
But
I think Amari Cooper is a stud. And I think that he's a really insane flex option. I think Akers and Mitchell, I mean, people put down Akers to me. Akers is top 7 dynasty running back, in my opinion. I think Akers, the fact that he even played is just insane. The guy should have even played. He's a medical anomaly, honestly. And he's going to have a full mini camp in preseason to get better. Mitchell is the top 12 dynasty running back. The guy ran for 963 yards in 11 games. He has the best offensive line in football.
Yeah, it's not hard to do.
Shanahan loves him. Shanahan found Devontae Freeman on a day 3 as a day 3 player also. And Devontae Freeman was great for a couple of years. I think Mitchell on that rookie contract is great value for him. I think Mitchell's going to be the guy they build around. And especially since Mitchell's going to work on his receiving work, I think Mitchell's insane. Herbert goes without saying, to me, he's the most talented quarterback I've ever seen. I mean, I'm not being biased. I traded up to get him because I just love watching Herbert play, and I think Herbert's great. Click on my team again?
What about Trey Sermon, Steve?
Nah, look, I took my L on Trey Sermon. I thought Trey Sermon was going to be the RB1. He was.
We don't have to talk about that trade. There's no reason.
I love that I have Tony and Ayuk on the bench because I think Tony and Ayuk could be really good. So that's great. I love my capital also because I have the 103. And I think Mikey's first round pick could be a top 5 pick. So I like my capital. And I was saying before, Kyle Pitts is the best tight end prospect I've ever seen. And he's only 21 years old. He's gonna be 22 and halfway through the season.
Jesus Christ.
And I just think his ceiling is literally the roof. Like, this guy could be so good at football. And I think I was going back and forth with me and Dina Cola for future. The reason why I'd say I'm ahead of him is because I have Pitts. And Newman said it was a fair point. Me having Pitts, I think, puts me over him. Because I also have a lot of young guys, but Pitts, the chances of him finding the next guy like Pitts are so low.
Yeah.
I think I have to go over him because of Pitts. I think I'm the lowest I think you could say I am for our division is probably second for next year. I think I could make an argument for first since he doesn't have the quarterback, and Kirk Cousins was the number 11 quarterback as my second quarterback. And that's going to be better than whoever Chris starts as his first quarterback. So I think that's important just important to note. I love AJ. I love DK. They're both 24 years old. They should dominate the league for the next 5 to 7 years. Maybe even longer, man. I just really love what I'm building. Maybe I'm biased, but I think I have the second best future. And I think that behind Newman, because Newman won it, Newman's the guy to beat. I think that I probably have like the 3rd or 4th best win now team. but I can compete with both, honestly. It just depends on how some of these guys
I don't
play.
know what you talking then. Whatever.
Yeah. All right. So, Steve, your quarterback situation is great. I love Herbert and I love Kirk. You know me. I'm a huge Kirk Cousins guy. I like Cam Akers. I was very high on him in the draft too, but I didn't take him. I just like I don't know. I was high like he was like up there, but I agree with you. It's like miraculously that he came back that early. Huge Elijah Mitchell guy too. I love what you did at receiver. The only person I don't like is Amari Cooper because if you click on him, you said he missed all last year without Dak. He was 27th with Dak.
No, I'm saying no. Yeah, you're right. But he missed 2 games this year, and the offense wasn't really clicking. I think.
All
I
right,
think Amari Cooper's.
but look.
I think Amari Cooper's a guy that we can say his situation is only going to improve.
Let's look at this.
Look at his stats.
I'll pull up something
he
real quick.
Gets worse and worse by week. Amari Cooper gets worse and worse every week. That's why I was a little confused by like why you did that trade because like, and then you made up for it.
For me, go.
In my opinion, like for example, for me, I think you could have gotten somebody better than Amari Cooper because I'm not a huge Amari Cooper guy. I loved him in college, but like. I just don't like. I'm not as high on him as you. Like, I just don't think he's that good. I mean,
he's probably the best wide receiver prospect I've ever seen. I think the talent's there.
Yeah, easily. But he's not a prospect anymore. He's been in the league.
No, I know. I'm just saying that like, my team is so young. I wanted the guy that fits the timeline a little bit, and I know what I'm getting, dude.
I love the DK. Hold on, can I just talk? I love the DK move. I love the DK move because. Like you made up for. I think you made up for the Amari Cooper move with the DK move, but also like my only question mark on DK. DK is great. DK is all world. I love DK. I love DK Metcalf. He's gonna be very very good. How is he gonna play if Russell Wilson's not there?
I don't think Russ is leaving.
I think Russ stays. Wait, going back real quick to Cooper. Cooper, he was saying, he missed 2 games on a points per game basis. He was wide receiver 29.
Yeah,
no, I'm saying
the highest scoring NFL offense. The highest.
No, I'm saying the offense wasn't clicking at times last year, but
they're the highest scoring NFL offense. They score the most amount of points. It doesn't matter.
No, but I'm saying Cooper. No, I'm saying Cooper is a good bet to bounce back next year. And when I have a team, he's been a good bet
to bounce back the last.
No, but what I'm saying is, when I have a team that's so young.
Look at that.
I think it's good to have experience.
Look at this.
What?
How do you have 2 points against the Giants, bro? How do you have 2 points? Oh my god. Anyway,
but it's not because his talent.
Can we go down, Adam? For the
ball. Yeah, go down. I love what you have at receiver with. I personally think, Steve, that you have the best receiving core in the league. I really do. I think that the fact that you have Ayuk, Ayuk's an animal. But the fact that you have Ayuk, freaking Kadarius.
Also, Ayuk is the perfect receiver for Lance.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And
I think Ayuk is nice.
Lance could make him like this year's Debo. Like he has potential to be this year's Debo, I think, in my opinion. But I love what you have with Tony. If Tony gets a good quarterback, Mike Kafka, I think Mike Kafka is gonna like nail the way he's used. Like I think Mike Kafka is gonna ace it.
How many guys have we named today that if they get a good quarterback though? You know how hard
but Kadarius Toney can have a really good season with Jones. Like Jones is in a scrub.
That's what I'm saying.
But Tony, I think Tony's quarterback proof. As long as they figure out how to use him, they have the right offensive people there now. I think he could be a stud.
I think so too. Yeah, I think so too. He could definitely like when you look at that one game against like the Cowboys. Like this dude, and even though he started, he got hurt. He had 3 catches for like 33 yards. No, he had 3 catches for like 47 yards, and he got hurt. And like the very first possession, he had like 3 catches.
Yeah, I think Julio and Galladay are insane 7th and 8th receivers, in my opinion. I think they can.
Julio's dead. I think Julio's dead.
I don't know. We'll see. I think Cleveland's learned. I think Chase Edmonds. could be a really good value for me. I think he could be a running back 1.
I think his best case scenario is that they don't re-sign Connor if he stays in Arizona.
No, I think he has Eckler-like potential because of his receiving profile. But in my opinion, I mean that's a hypothetical, so that's why he's on my bench. But that's why he's on my bench. It's a hypothetical. It's on my bench.
I think you're stacked at the most important position in Dynasty. I think you're stacked at it, which is good.
I appreciate it, and I think I don't know. I just think that Amari Cooper is an insane wide receiver 4, and I think that I think he's going to be really good.
I do not.
I do not.
Oh yeah, well you listen to Mason Dodd and
Amari Cooper would not be like my wide receiver 5. I'll take so many guys on my team.
Amari Cooper is either going to end up on a new team and be the wide receiver 1, or he's going to
much rather have Darnell Mooney. I would much rather have Darnell Mooney than Amari Cooper. Steve, if you had Darnell Mooney, I probably would put you at 2 for like now and future.
What?
So
Dude,
I'm
Darnell
gonna.
Mooney, they're gonna add. They're
I
gonna
didn't even
add
speak on his
targets.
team. We're just talking.
They're
Because
gonna add, and they're not, and the cornerback one's not even gonna be on Mooney. That's the whole
we got
point.
2 more teams. Jesus Christ, this is gonna be like an hour 30. Nobody's watching. This
Wait,
shit.
so let's rank me really quick.
I didn't even speak about your team. I'll speak about it real quick. I didn't even speak one word about your team.
All right, go.
Wide receivers are nuts. I think, obviously, we know that you gas your players, but it's your team. Obviously, you're going to become like attached to the guys. I think Pittman's an insane wide receiver 3. I think Cooper is a good he's for him. And then you have all these other guys like Ayuk. It's a good wide receiver 4. Pitts
That's
is
what I'm
insane.
saying. It makes sense.
Pitts makes up for
consistent.
everything. Pitts is nuts. Having Pitts, having those top couple tight ends, Pitts is just the best tight end ever, to be honest, prospect-wise. Herbert, Cousins, Daniel Jones, nasty. And obviously, if one of them leave, you'll either draft a quarterback next year, or you'll find a way to get another quarterback. I trust you and your team. The biggest guy that you gas up, that you paid a 2023 first for, and I know you're going to say it's a late first because it probably will be, but I hate Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he went to my school.
I understand
and
why.
I hate Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I
understand why.
Position. Look at the rankings.
I get it. He was banged up. I get it. Listen, I've learned my lesson with Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook had an injury-riddled first 2 years.
Dude, Dalvin Cook and
no, but I'm saying I gave up on
comparable
Dalvin.
prospects. Dalvin Cook was so much better of a player.
I gave up on Dalvin Cook after 2 years. I learned my lesson. It's best to judge a player after 3 years or 4 years in the league.
Running backs
I'm going to give Clyde.
Running backs are different. They're not quarterbacks.
No,
Steve.
but I'm saying
it's the second year. For me, it's the second year. It's the second year.
Okay, but Dalvin Cook didn't break out until his third year.
Because he tore his ACL, bro. It's different.
But I'm saying
it's 2 years removed of an injury.
I'm saying Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I understand you traded Clyde Edwards-Helaire, so you're gonna say he's not good. I get it, but
no, it's because I got 20. Adam, you understand? I got it for 2023 first.
I'd rather have Clyde Edwards-Helaire than the 108, 109, 110 because
that's crazy. That's nuts.
No, I like the upside.
So you don't regret the trade at all? If you could redo it, you would.
No, not. I regret my Najee trade. I don't regret the Clyde.
So if I offered you a 23 first for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you're saying no?
If it's late, I'm not taking it. There's no reason to.
Wow. That's crazy. That's nuts.
Anyway, Newman, if he's a top 10 to 15 running back next year,
won't happen.
Easily worth more.
Won't happen. Jared McKinnon and Darrell Williams look better than he did. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Well, we disagree.
Yeah, no, obviously.
I have me at second for future and me at third for now.
Let me just.
I have Steve. I have Steve at 3 for future.
All right, so
you got D. Nicole over me?
Yeah, because it's just I have D. Nicole over you.
I mean, I think I have more proven young talent. I think Pitts puts me over him, but I understand.
Yeah, I have Nick at 2. I think Nick's really got a good future.
No, I think he does as well. I think me, Newman, and Nick are the best futures.
Mm-hmm. I think that's I think you're like 4 and win now. I don't think you're beating Chris, Steve.
I think I'm 3 and 1 now right now because Chris doesn't have a quarterback. If that's fair.
I think Chris would still beat you without a quarterback.
That's interesting.
Bro, if Devontae stays, he's got Devontae Adams, Tyreek, or not.
You have
Tyreek.
yours as 2?
For future, yeah, I have 2.
Okay, that's fair. I have it at 3 just because of Dino Cole having the 101 and 102. That's the only reason for me.
I know, but I think you can't lie though. My Pitts point was a good point though.
I know. No, I think 3 is fair for now. I definitely could see you going up to 2 this year, or maybe even 1. I don't know. Where do you have me win now? All right, so I still can't believe you put Speck over me. It's whatever though. He just has the names. I understand that, but
names. I mean, Cooper Kupp kind of sweep the NFL with the awards this year, but that's neither.
Jonathan Taylor. Hold this ratio.
Okay, how long is he gonna last? So he's a running back. How long is he?
All right, we can't argue about every little thing. Where do you guys put me for? I put myself 3rd.
Speck, Chris.
I put me over Chris.
I think you're 4. No, I think you're 4.
All right. I'm just saying I put me over Chris because he doesn't have a quarterback right now. Personally, that's why I would do it.
I think you're 4, Steve.
I trust.
I'm not going to assume
Steven,
the best position.
No, I assume a Stafford trade goes down. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, but all right. You said we can't bet on hypotheticals. That's a gigantic hypothetical.
But I'm the guy that's trading with him, so I can bet on it.
I don't know. You said you don't want to trade him to a contender. Why would you make one of your biggest contenders better?
Matt Ryan's quarterback too. You know what? I'm gonna agree with you, Steven, on this one.
Appreciate it.
Matt Ryan's not bad. I don't think Matt Ryan's.
He was a quarterback 26. I don't think he's bad in real life, but I think he's.
Well, yeah, because he also throws a lot of interceptions and he gets sacked every
All
play.
right,
No,
let's try to like fly by these next two.
Yeah, because I gotta go get a haircut right now. So yeah, we got.
All right, so let's do go to Mikey before Nick V, so Adam can talk about Mikey because we know he wants to.
And then y'all can end with Nick D. With Nick V, I'm gonna leave.
I'll say something
real-
I'll say something real quick because I don't want this to be this long, and I'm sorry for Nick V and Mikey. It's gonna be shorter, but okay. Traded Josh Allen for Trey Lance and 2 firsts. I don't hate that, but then he traded the first. I'm pretty sure immediately for Stephon Diggs. I think he got good value on that. His team looks good name wise, but will it be good fantasy wise? I don't know. Terry McLaurin, we're waiting for him to get a quarterback. Never finished above the wide receiver 19. I love Terry McLaurin, one of my favorite players. Michael Thomas, big question mark, hasn't played in 2 full years, basically. Darren Waller, feel like he's actually going to be a good tight end this year. Nick Chubb doesn't catch passes, will still be a top 10 to 12 option. Saquon Barkley, big if, but if he booms, he really booms. If he busts, his value is dead. Ezekiel Elliott, he'll be fine. I think he'll be a top 15 running back. I don't think he'll be the top 5 running back that we're used to. Mac Jones, I don't understand why he has Mac Jones. I don't think Mac Jones is a good fantasy quarterback. I think he's a good real-life quarterback, and he'll be fine for the Patriots, but he's not going to produce fantasy points because he does not care about fantasy stats. He's part of Bill Belichick's offense. He cares about winning football games. Go into his bench. His bench isn't that deep. He has Mike Williams. Mike Williams might sign with a good team. Maybe he resigns with the Chargers. Highly doubt it. I don't like really anybody else. Jacoby Myers, I guess, is okay, but I don't know. Probably get another receiver. Tax squad garbage. Steve Smith. No, that's not Steve Smith. I was just joking. Obviously not. He's the 108. Maybe he goes receiver here and running back. I don't know. Maybe the best. You go best player available. I think best player available is the play.
Let's let Adam talk about him.
23 first. Yeah, he has 224 first, so he has a lot of capital. So I think he'll be able to turn this around, Mikey. I think he gets a lot more hate, but let's see what Adam says about this team.
So my team beat this team twice, and with Josh Reynolds one time. So with Josh Reynolds, yours truly one time. I don't know why he went off on my team like he did. I really don't. It's just a little confusing.
He was hurt.
But when I look at his team, it's progressively getting older, not younger. And that Lance trade, I would not have done in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I get he's Trey Lance. I get he's got a bright future, but come on now, you're gonna give up Josh Allen for no. I would never have done that in my entire life. I personally think Zeke's not the same. I don't think Zeke's gonna be up to how he usually plays because I think Pollard's like just better than him at this point. I really do. I like his receivers. If Thomas plays, I think Thomas has a good chance of being himself, but then again, also he has no quarterback. He doesn't have Breeze anymore.
I like the shot on Michael Thomas for his price. Like he's valued around Darnell Mooney a little less. I would rather take the shot. I'm sorry. I'm taking the shot on Mike Thomas. If I'm going to win now, I'm taking the shot on Mike Thomas.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but I don't know the quarterback play that's going to be, I just don't know. I love Nick Chubb. I've always been a huge Nick Chubb fan. I think he's even if he can't catch, he'll still produce a crap ton of fantasy points. And he missed a few games this year, right? How many games did he miss? How many games? 3. He missed 3 games, so he could have easily been the RB.
And he still had.
Yeah, and
but the biggest thing is that he doesn't catch passes, so that's why it hurts him.
He makes up for it rushing.
Wait, Adam, who do you have? All right, so where do you have him in future and win now? Should we just read now?
Mikey win now.
I think I have at 7.
He's definitely top 5.
Win now.
Yeah, for sure. I think I put him above Rossi. Just for now. Just for now, because I think Rossi still needs one more quarterback to but he's I think he just needs one more quarterback and then he'll be good.
I think also I kind of agree with the same thing, but I think him and Rossi.
Adam, do you have yourself above Dina Cole and Rossi for next year?
No.
I think Mikey has a very underrated team, but I can see him and Dina. I mean, Rossi and Mikey can easily interchange. Right now, I'm just putting Mikey by Rossi.
Put Mikey for me at 7 for win now.
Okay.
I have Adam above him.
Oh, nice.
Wait.
I think Adam has less question marks.
Is it Adam, Dina Cola? Is it Adam and then Mikey and then Dina Cola?
Hey, the final playoff spot.
Wait.
Is this it for you?
Let me see. Wait, it's not loading. Sorry. All right, it's loading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Dina Cole and Mikey's a coin flip, honestly, but yeah.
All right.
Do we all have Nick V at 9 for next year?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm just
Yep. Absolutely.
We'll fill it out, but we'll explain in a minute.
I don't even need to talk about his team. All I'm going to say is that Debo trade was. I don't know what that was.
All right, so wait.
I don't know.
All right, wait, but where do we have Mikey for future? Do we know?
oh wait,
I have him.
I have
I
Mikey
have him
above
honestly
Adam.
below me. I have him below me
Okay, so Adam has him below.
because he doesn't have. He doesn't have. He's not as young as I am. So that's
I
why
have him 8. I have him 8 for future.
8?
I'm the next one. I'm the last one. Yeah, I have him 8.
Are we in? Okay, so wait. Oh, then it would be Nick V. Wherever. I'm trying to think for me.
For me, Nick V is above him future wise. So
You let me determine it after. Let me just put Josh. I could determine it after. I'll just put this.
Adam, do you think Nick V has a better future than you?
No. He might. I gotta see his picks. I forgot his picks.
Dude, like this core is so nice,
Yeah,
right?
That core
It's so
good.
beautiful, right? But
I
then he
don't
does
know
have.
what he
He
was
just,
thinking.
but then he has he has no other wide receiver. Goddard said this.
I don't know what he
His
was
starting
thinking.
lineup right now is beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, it's beautiful. Like he has a great starting lineup, but he has no bench
down.
whatsoever. No bench. Like who? And don't even say James Robinson because he's an undrafted
James
player
Robinson's not
that had a.
playing
James Robinson had a really good rookie season because the Jaguars had no other running backs there.
He's not
Like-
playing next year. And he's not playing next year.
And he's not playing next year, so like he'll be 24. A 24-year-old free agent that like came off an Achilles tear. Like, what's gonna be the market?
Go to his picks. Go to his picks. I want to see his picks.
So wait, I'm gonna just Sutton overrated. In his best season, he was wide receiver 26.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Like I don't think he's good. Diamond Peoples Jones now. So his whole bench is garbage. That's why I have him lower. It's no hate. I thought I liked this team a lot better before. These are two late, I guess late first in a sense. 209, 223 first, and then he has a 24.
I don't.
Yeah, but he's
I
honestly, but he's been open about it though. He said this year he doesn't really think he's going to win next year. I don't think he makes playoffs next year.
I don't know what he.
I think it's
by trading Debo. I really don't. The fact that you're trading Debo and not getting at least 2 firsts back, and you're literally shooting up a prayer to trade arguably the best receiver, the best like fantasy player this year, and getting pretty much nothing out of him.
Watson
was ridiculous.
But that goes back to what I was saying at the beginning that about the quarterback, the Sean Watson.
If I'm him though, I would trade Debo and like a first round pick to get a proven quarterback I know is going to play. I'd rather pay the extra first to get somebody I know is going to play.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's punting completely this year.
Or just trade Debo for a haul. Just get a haul.
All right. I think Adam's above Nick V for right now, but he's not above him for future.
So it's like this. For you, it's
Nick V right there. Yeah.
Yeah, you could put Nick over me in future. Because he's got more picks. That's the only reason why.
This is for Nick V. I'm trying to think. I like Nick V's core, his young core.
Yeah, I do too.
So that's why I have him higher than both you guys. But then Josh, it's just because Josh. Okay, if Josh's guys pan out like Mooney, Judy, it'll be above 100%. But right now, for me, it's just question marks at least for now. And this is for now, and there's no hate towards Josh. Obviously, maybe he understands this.
I'm really below spec for you guys in the future. Wow.
It's just a value.
Yeah, he has more assets.
Okay, so we'll go over everything quickly. Should I read everyone's list? I don't know.
Any closing thoughts on Mikey and Nick V? For me, I would say Mikey has the names, but he has the injury problems at receiver. His running backs are getting older. I like Lance. I think Lance is a solid building block, but I don't really know. He's in a weird place for next year. Nick V I think he's not tanking or anything, but I don't know if he's going to win next year, but I think in 2 years he'll be really good.
I gotta go.
Okay. So I'll stop the share and then I'll talk. We can just round stuff up for a second.
All right.
Yeah. So to round it out, those are the rankings. I mean, I guess I'll show one more time before we go, but
yeah.
Anything else between me and you? Yeah.
I think we made some solid points. We'll have similar kind of rankings. I mean,
yep.
So some of Adam's things are questionable.